Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you've got a jar of old change tucked away, or maybe inherited a few coins from a grandparent, this could be your lucky day. One rare US quarter from 1966, with no mint mark, is turning heads in the coin collecting world, and it's been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. I'm going to tell you why this coin is so valuable, how to spot it, and what to do if you think you have one. If you're between 30 and 70 years old and thinking about selling some old coins, this is the video you don't want to miss. Let's take a quick trip back to 1966. The US Mint was in overdrive. The country was facing a coin shortage, and as a result, mint marks were intentionally left off coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage hoarding. But not all 1966 quarters are equal. While most are only worth their face value, or maybe a little more in uncirculated condition, there's a rare variety that collectors are going crazy for. So why is this particular 1966 quarter worth $1.4 million? Here's what sets it apart. This quarter has a double die error, where the image and text were stamped twice, slightly off from each other. You'll see it most clearly on the words, "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." The coin may also be slightly misaligned, where the design is off-center or has extra metal at the edges. This is a minting mistake that boosts value dramatically. Mint state, MS 67 or higher. Coins graded in near-perfect condition can command astronomical prices. This one was graded MS 67, almost flawless. While all 1966 quarters are technically without a mint mark, this particular one has other authentication markers that separate it from the average. Now here's the fun part. Could you have one of these? Here's how to check. First, pull out any 1966 quarters you have. Look closely, preferably with a 10x magnifying glass. Check for doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust. Examine the edges for off-center stamping. The coin should be in excellent condition. No scratches, dings, or heavy wear. If it looks promising, you'll want to have it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. In early 2024, one of these rare quarters sold at auction for $1.4 million. That's not a typo. Other similar quarters with minor errors have sold for anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000, depending on condition and rarity. Here's your next step if you think you've found one of these hidden treasures. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value. Store it in a soft, dry container, preferably a coin holder. Take detailed photos, front and back, zoom in on lettering. Reach out to a professional coin appraiser or grading company. Research recent auctions to understand the current market value. Who knew that a 25-cent coin from 1966 could be worth a fortune? If you've got old change lying around, it's time to take a second look. Like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe for more coin news and rare finds. Drop a comment. What's the oldest coin you own? Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters. Did you know that an ordinary-looking 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark could be worth up to $1.4 million today? Sounds crazy, right? But in the world of coin collecting, rarity, condition, and errors can turn pocket change into life-changing money. I end this video. I'm going to break down the truth about this rare quarter, why it's so valuable, what to look for, and how you can tell if you have one sitting in your drawers or jars right now. Let's rewind to 1967. The Vietnam War was raging, the Beatles were topping the charts, and the US Mint was making a big change to our coinage system. In 1965, silver was removed from circulating quarters, and the US Mint stopped placing mint marks on coins from 1965 through 1967 to discourage hoarding. That means, by design, all 1967 quarters have no mint mark. So, what makes a 1967 quarter worth a fortune? Now here's where things get juicy. Most 1967 quarters are worth 25 cents. Maybe a dollar or two if they're in mint condition. But a handful, extremely rare examples, have sold for hundreds of thousands, and one was reportedly valued at over $1.40 million. Because of minting errors, ultra-high-grade condition, or unique features that make them one-of-a-kind. A 1967 quarter graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch $8,000, $10,000. If it has a rare mint error like double die obverse, off-center strike, or wrong planchet, it could go well into 5 or 6 figures. That's the kind of coin that makes headlines and auctions. Alright, let's talk identification. What should you look for? Yes, that's normal. Every 1967 quarter lacks a mint mark. That alone isn't rare. But here's what is. Condition is everything. If your coin looks nearly flawless, shiny, and has sharp details, it could be graded MS65 or better. These are the coins worth grading, especially on Liberty or In God We Trust. Noticeable when the design is shifted. Struck on a nickel or foreign coin blank. Use a magnifier or even your phone's macro lens to check details. Here's what to do next. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning reduces the value. Leave it just as it is. Get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. A coin graded MS68 or with a certified error can dramatically increase in value. Visit local coin dealers or attend coin shows. Get multiple opinions, and make sure your appraiser is reputable. Consider selling at auction. Big-name coins get the best prices at places like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Let's look at real numbers. Around $0.25 to $1. $300 to $10, 000 plus $20, 000 to $100, 000 plus. And that legendary $1.4 million sale likely involved an extremely rare combination of error, grade, and provenance. Not common, but possible. So, should you go digging through your coin jars and old piggy banks? Absolutely. You never know what hidden treasure you might have. Just remember, it's about the details, the grade, and the rarity. And if you've got an old coin you think might be valuable, drop a comment below or shoot me a message. I'd love to help you figure out what it's worth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow coin enthusiast. Who knows? You might just help them discover $1 million quarter. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, and why some of these coins have become incredibly valuable. Whether you're a casual collector or someone looking to sell an old stash, this is one video you don't want to miss. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, originally minted to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1981 version with a P Mint mark was produced in Philadelphia, and millions were made. But here's the kicker. Not all 1981 P quarters are the same. Most are common and worth face value, but a very small number of them have something special. Something that turns them from pocket change into a small fortune. So, what exactly makes a 1981 P Washington quarter worth $1.60 million? These are mistakes that occurred during the production of the coin. Some 1981 quarters have double dies, off-center strikes, or other rare minting flaws that collectors are desperate to get their hands on. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, can be incredibly valuable. Provenance. Some coins have a documented history that increases their value. If your coin has been part of a famous collection or has been featured in auctions, its price can skyrocket. Now let's talk about that $1.6 million quarter. While that figure sounds unbelievable, it's based on private sale estimates for a specific error coin in pristine condition. Something only a few in the world have. It should be a clearly visible P, located on the obverse side, near Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling in the letters, numbers, or features of the coin. A standard quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. Variations might suggest a minting error or wrong planchet, NO scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear. The shinier, the better. If any of these stand out to you, your coin might be worth much more than 25 cents. Let's talk numbers. While most 1981 P quarters are worth only face value, those in near-perfect mint condition can fetch anywhere from $200 to $3,000 depending on grade and error type. In one private sale, an ultra-rare 1981 P error quarter sold for over $1.6 million, shocking even seasoned collectors. While that's not typical, it shows what's possible when rarity and condition meet demand. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen similar coins sell for 5 to 6 figures regularly. Think you might have a valuable 1981 P quarter? Here's what you should do. Cleaning can lower the coin's value. Use a coin holder or a soft cloth in a dry area. Services like PCGS or NGC can give you an official value. Visit a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Bay is okay for common coins, but rare coins deserve a bigger stage. Coins like the 1981 P Washington quarter prove that even everyday change can turn into life-changing treasure. So, before you spend that old quarter, give it a second look. It might be worth $1 million. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin tips, and share this with a friend who might have a treasure hiding in their drawer. Got a coin you want us to review in a future video? Drop a comment below or send us a message. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Could a simple quarter in your change jar be worth $1.5 million? If you have a 1986 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, you'll want to watch this video to the end. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1986, the design hadn't changed much, but something unusual happened with certain coins minted that year in Philadelphia, marked with a P. Most of the 1986 quarters are only worth 25 cents today, unless you own one of the rare error or high-grade coins, especially those with specific flaws that collectors go crazy for. So why the buzz about a 1986 P quarter selling for $1.5 million? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and collector demand. The most valuable versions of this coin are in MS68 condition or higher, meaning nearly perfect, not a single scratch or blemish. A few rumors and online posts claim that one extremely rare 1986 P quarter with a dramatic die error and pristine condition sold for over $1.5 million at a private sale. While we can't verify every detail, what we do know is that some high-grade 1986 quarters have sold for thousands, even tens of thousands, at major auctions. Here's what to check if you think you have a valuable 1986 P Washington quarter. Mint mark. Look just below the date on the front of the coin. You should see a small P. That means it was minted in Philadelphia. Condition: is your coin shiny, untouched, and nearly perfect? If so, it could be in mint state. Errors, rare die cracks, off-center strikes, or double dies can turn a basic quarter into a collector's jackpot. And remember, even if your coin isn't perfect, errors can still make it highly valuable. Let's talk real numbers. As of 2024, here's what collectors are paying for the 1986 P Washington quarter. 25 cents to $2, $10, $50, $500, $2,000 up to $10,000 plus over $1.50 million. The vast majority won't hit that $1 million mark. But even a $500 coin found in an old drawer is a win, right? If you think you have a valuable 1986 P quarter, here's how to cash in smartly. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy value. Leave it exactly as is. Get it graded. Use professional services like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm the coin's condition. Choose your selling method. eBay, Heritage Auctions, or coin dealers are all options. But remember, high-value coins often do best at auction. And always get a second opinion before selling. It could make the difference between a few dollars and a small fortune. So, do you have a 1986 P Washington quarter that could be worth a life-changing amount? Check your drawers, jars, and old collections. You never know. We're diving deep into what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify it, and how you might cash in. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, but the 1987 version minted in Philadelphia, marked with a tiny P, holds a special place among collectors. The 1987 P quarter isn't usually rare. Over 595 million were made. So, what makes one of them worth over $1 million? It's all about errors, condition, and rarity. There are certain error coins, ultra-rare varieties, and pristine high-grade specimens that make collectors go wild and open their wallets. One particular 1987 P quarter in mint state condition, specifically graded MS68, sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million at auction. It was nearly flawless, with a strong strike, no visible scratches, and pristine luster. Coins of this quality are incredibly rare. But there's more. Some 1987 P quarters have mint errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet issues. These mint mistakes can also add thousands to a coin's value. Look for a clear P on the front of the coin above the date. The fewer scratches, the better. Coins with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces are gold. Check for off-center images, doubling on letters or numbers, or unusual marks. A bright, reflective coin is often worth grading. If your coin looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment could bring huge returns. The coin market for rare Washington quarters is hot right now. In fact, more collectors are entering the market each year. A typical 1987 P quarter in circulated condition might fetch 25 to 50 cents. But if it's an error coin or MS 67 plus grade, it could bring in hundreds of thousands or more. An MS 67 coin selling $4.500, a known error coin reaching $2,000, and of course, the legendary MS 68 at $1.70 million inch. Visit a local coin shop or send images to a reputable dealer online. This step is critical for serious buyers. Use heritage auctions, eBay, or great collections. Be wary of shady, we buy gold places. Always get multiple offers. That 1987 P quarter in your kitchen drawer might be more than spare change. It could be life-changing money. So start checking your coins, especially those from the 80s and 90s. You never know what treasure you might find. Like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips, rare coin alerts, and how to turn your old coins into cash. Happy hunting! Did you know a simple quarter you might have used for laundry or parking change back in the day could now be worth over $1.60 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 1990 P Washington $quarter coin might just make you a millionaire. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes, because I'm going to reveal why this coin is so valuable, what to look for, and how you might have one sitting in a drawer right now. Welcome to where your pocket change could be a gold mine. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American currency since 1932. The one we're focused on today is from 1990, minted in Philadelphia, marked by a small P on the obverse side of the coin, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. But here's the twist. There's a rare variation of this 1990 P quarter that collectors are going absolutely crazy over. Most 1990 P quarters are worth just 25 cents. Maybe $1 or $2 if they're in uncirculated condition, but there's a rare error variety that has made headlines in the coin collecting world. One of the most notable examples is a 1990 P quarter that was struck on a wrong planchet, meaning it was accidentally minted on a different type of blank, like one used for a dime or even a foreign coin. Another possibility is a missing clad layer, which gives the coin a very different look, duller, coppery, and lighter in weight. Now let's address the million-dollar question. Literally, is there a 1990 P Washington quarter worth $1.60 million? Reports online claim that one rare version sold for that eye-popping amount, likely due to a combination of rarity, pristine condition, and a dramatic minting error. While extremely rare, coins like this have fetched hundreds of thousands of dollars at major auctions. But caution, many listings online may exaggerate prices. Always verify sales through trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Look for the P on the front of the coin. Is it shiny, scratch-free, and well-preserved? Use a scale. A quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's off by a lot, it might be a planchet error. A missing clad layer will show a coppery tone on one side. Does it look off-center or double-stamped? That's a red flag. In a good way. Don't rush to eBay just yet. Kills the value. Use services like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin officially. Visit a local coin shop or attend a coin show. If it's truly rare, auction houses can help you reach serious collectors. Even if you don't have the million-dollar quarter, don't be discouraged. Other valuable quarters include struck on a 1941 Canadian quarter, with an extra leaf error. Key dates worth big bucks in good condition. You could have hidden treasure in your change. If this video inspired you to dig through your coin collection, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more hidden treasure tips. Have a coin you want me to check out? Drop a comment below or send us a photo. You never know, your old change might just change your life. We're diving into the facts, the myths, and exactly what makes some coins worth a fortune while others are just pocket change. So if you're between 30 and 70 and thinking about selling old coins, don't move. You might be sitting on hidden treasure. Rare Coins and Hidden Treasures. Subscribe for more valuable tips. Brief upbeat music plays. Let's talk about where the $1.4 million rumor comes from. Over the last couple of years, social media and some articles have circulated stories claiming a 1995 D Washington quarter sold for $1.4 million at auction. But here's the truth. No verified public sale has reached that number. So why all the buzz? Headlines showing exaggerated prices. Often, these viral prices are either typos, speculative listings, or misunderstood values from private collectors or unverified websites. Still, there's something important here. Some 1995 D quarters can actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, under the right conditions. So what separates a regular quarter from a rare gem? Here are three major factors that drive value. A regular 1995 D quarter in circulated condition is worth 25 cents. But if it's in mint state 67 or higher, meaning virtually flawless, it could be worth $50 to $500, sometimes more. Errors and varieties. Errors are where things get interesting. Look for double dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. These types of errors can command big premiums. A major error from 1995 could easily sell for hundreds or even thousands. Rarity and demand. The more rare and in demand the variety, the higher the price. Combine that with high-grade condition, and you've got a potential winner. Let's look at real, verified prices from trusted coin auctions and grading companies like PCGS and NGC. Screenshots or graphs showing PCGS auction results. A 1995 D quarter graded MS68 by PCGS sold for $700. A major error 1995 D off-center strike sold for over $1,000. But again, no authenticated sale of $1.4 million has been recorded. Bottom line, don't fall for viral myths, but also don't ignore your coin. You could still have something valuable. Here's how you can check if your 1995 D quarter or any old coin is worth serious money. Magnify it. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, off-center images, or minting mistakes. Check the grade. Compare your coin to high-resolution photos from sites like PCGS.com or NGCcoin.com. Get it graded. If it looks perfect or unusual, consider sending it to a grading service. They'll tell you the condition, authenticity, and potential value. Here's where you can get the best value. Start here for a quick, in-person appraisal. Sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections let you reach serious collectors, but beware of scammers and fees. These are great places to meet experts and maybe even spark a bidding war. So, do you have a $1.4 million quarter? Probably not. But could you have a $1,000 coin? Absolutely. Check your change. Look closely at your collection and get informed before you sell. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss another rare coin tip. Got a coin you want me to check? Drop a comment below. We're diving into a 2000p Washington quarter that could be worth up to $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. One single quarter. Imagine finding a simple coin from the year 2000 and realizing it's worth more than a house. This quarter, minted in Philadelphia, has shocked the coin collecting world. But here's the catch, not every 2000p quarter is valuable. So how can you tell if you have the $1 million one? Stick around. We'll break it all down, step by step. The 2000 Washington quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program. That year, they released 5 different state quarters: Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. Each coin has Washington's profile on the front, and the P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint. Over 1.5 billion quarters were made in 2000 at the Philly Mint alone. But what makes one of these coins worth over $1 million? That's where rarity, errors, and condition come into play. So let's talk about why this quarter is so valuable. The $1.3 million figure is linked to a rare mint error, possibly a misstrike or off-metal strike that made it unique. These kinds of errors make collectors go crazy. One of the known examples is a 2000 P quarter that was struck on the wrong planchet, like the metal blank used for another coin, such as a Sacagawea dollar or a foreign coin. Some experts say this makes it one of a kind, and that's what gives it the sky-high value. And here's the key. If you find an error coin in mint condition, especially with full details, no wear and a strong mint mark, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Okay, so you're probably asking, how do I check my 2000 P quarter? Here's a quick checklist. Look for the P mint mark on the front, next to Washington's ponytail. Check the back, see which state it's from. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for any signs of errors. Double strikes, missing details, odd metal color, or thickness, misaligned designs, clipped planchet, or edge errors. If something looks off, it might be valuable. Now, don't rush to sell it on eBay just yet. If you suspect you've got something valuable, here's what to do. Don't clean the coin. That can ruin its value. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Contact a reputable coin dealer or visit a coin show near you. Use online resources like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections to compare. An expert will tell you if you've hit the jackpot, or if it's a more modest find. The coin market is hot right now, especially for error coins and rare mint strikes. That rumored $1.3 million quarter caught the attention of major collectors and auction houses. Even if your coin isn't that rare, it could still be worth $20, $100, or even $1,000 plus depending on the condition. So it definitely pays to check. If you've got old coins sitting in a drawer, it's time to take a closer look. Your spare change could be life-changing. Leave a comment below if you found a 2000 P quarter or any rare coin. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video on the top 5 coins worth over $10,000 in 2024. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Would you believe a regular-looking 2017 quarter from your pocket could be worth over $1.6 million today? Yes, you heard that right. A 25-cent coin, worth more than most people's houses. If you've got a jar of old coins, stay tuned. Because today we're diving into the truth behind this mind-blowing coin, what makes it rare, and how you can spot one. Let's unlock the hidden value in your change. This mystery coin is the 2017 P. George Washington quarter. Part of the America the Beautiful series. It was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark, and features the beautiful design of Ellis Island in New Jersey on the reverse. Millions of these were made. So why is one supposedly worth $1.6 million? Let's find out. You may have seen viral stories or social media posts saying a 2017 P quarter sold for $1.60 million. But is it true? And if so, why? Well, while the standard 2017 P quarter is worth just 25 cents, there are certain versions and errors that can be worth thousands, even millions under the right conditions. Rarity mint errors condition demand. Some coins are mistruck, double die, off-center, or have major minting errors that slip past inspectors. These are what collectors go wild for. In the case of the 2017 P quarter, a few have surfaced with major die breaks, missing elements, and other unique features. If it's also in pristine MS68 or higher condition, that's mint state. It could be worth thousands. A coin in flawless condition with a one-of-a-kind minting error could fetch a shocking price. So did one really sell for $1.6 million? Let's clarify. To date, there is no confirmed sale of a standard 2017 P quarter for $1.6 million through any major auction house. However, it's possible that a unique error coin was offered or listed for that amount on speculative platforms. That doesn't mean your 2017 P quarter isn't valuable. It just means that you'll need to know what to look for. Cracks, doubling, missing letters, no scratches, nicks, or wear. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Compare with verified listings on PCGS or NGC. Consider submitting it to a professional grader. Get your coin authenticated. Don't clean it. That can lower its value. Contact a certified coin dealer or auction house. Check recent auction prices at Heritage Auctions or eBay sold listings. Old coins are like hidden treasure, and who knows? Your next fortune might be sitting in your junk drawer. If you've got coins, start checking them today. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss more coin collecting gold. Drop a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin, or if you want me to cover another one. We're diving into one of the most remarkable coins in American numismatics, the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar. And here's the kicker. One of these rare gems recently sold for a staggering $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.7 million. So, if you're holding on to a Washington quarter from 1965 without a mint mark, you might be sitting on a fortune. Stick with me, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. What makes this coin so valuable, how to spot it, and what your next steps should be if you want to sell. Let's start with some history. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American coinage since 1932, originally minted to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. For decades, these quarters were minted with specific mint marks to identify where they were produced: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. However, 1965 was a unique year. Due to a nationwide coin shortage and a shift away from silver content in coins, the U.S. Mint made some changes. For the first time since 1932, quarters minted in 1965 were produced without any mint marks. Instead, they were struck with a new composition, a copper-nickel clad instead of 90% silver. This change was standard for all 1965 quarters. So, on the surface, these coins seem common and are usually worth just their face value or a few cents. But here's where it gets interesting. Among these 1965 quarters without a mint mark, there is an extremely rare and highly sought-after error coin that has made numismatic history. It's the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar with silver composition. In other words, some coins were mistakenly struck using the old silver planchets instead of the new copper-nickel. This error was never intended and is exceedingly rare. Because silver quarters are much more valuable, and when you combine the silver content with the rarity of the 1965 mint mark error, you get a coin that collectors will pay top dollar for. In a landmark sale, a 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar, confirmed to be silver, came to auction and blew everyone away. The combination of its rarity, condition, and historical significance made it a prize for collectors. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist. The coin was in superb condition with minimal wear, a key factor in numismatic value. This coin represents a rare window into a very specific moment in U.S. minting history. The auction created a buzz in the coin collecting community, with collectors and investors recognizing its investment potential. Now, how do you know if your 1965 quarter could be worth more than just 25 cents? Check the mint mark. 1965 quarters should have no mint mark at all. This is normal. But if your coin is silver, which would be unusual for 1965, that's a red flag for potential value. Test the metal. The 1965 quarters were made of copper-nickel. If your coin is silver, it's likely a rare error. You can perform a simple magnet test. Silver is not magnetic, or better yet, have it tested by a professional. Look for condition. Coins in better condition fetch higher prices. Look for wear, scratches, and any cleaning marks. Professional grading. To get an accurate value, it's important to have your coin graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. This gives buyers confidence in its authenticity and condition. If you suspect you have a valuable 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter, don't clean it. Cleaning coins can reduce their value drastically. Get a professional appraisal. Contact a trusted coin dealer or professional grading company. Consider selling through reputable auction houses. Given the potential value, a private sale or online marketplace may not yield the best price. Stay informed about market trends. Coin values can fluctuate, so timing can be important. If you're over 30 and have old coins laying around, it might be time to take a closer look. You could be holding a piece of history worth a small fortune. Got questions or want me to help you identify your coins? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insider tips on coin collecting and selling. Do you have any old quarters lying around? Well, what if I told you one of them, just an ordinary-looking 1998 Washington quarter with a P mint mark, could be worth up to $1.4 million today? Sounds crazy, right? But hold on. There's more to this story than meets the eye. This video is for collectors, treasure hunters, or anyone 30 and up who's ever wondered, is that change in your drawer actually life-changing? Stick around. It must have a P.
No, de, no, esa.
Check for extra lines, doubled letters, off-center images. If it's scratched, worn, or faded, it's likely not the one. If it looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for a professional coin grading. That's the only way to confirm its true value. The coin world is full of myths, so let's be real. Not every 1998 P quarter is worth $1 million. Some $10, some $100, some $10, 000. Most 1998 P quarters in mint state condition sell between $10 and $150. A truly rare one, with a unique error or perfect condition, might fetch thousands, or even that jaw-dropping $1.4 million, as rumored. But the key is knowing what you've got. The difference between a 25-cent coin and a $25,000 coin can be as small as a tiny die flaw or a mirror-like finish. If you find a 1998 P that looks flawless or unusual, don't clean it and don't spend it. Take clear, close-up photos, join a coin collector forum or Facebook group for feedback. Submit it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. If it's valuable, consider auctioning it through Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. To recap, your pocket change might be a treasure chest. That 1998 P Washington quarter? Most aren't worth much. But one in perfect, rare condition just might be. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell for more tips on turning your old coins into big money.